Imagine laughter, not as a sound of joy, but as a terrifying, uncontrollable force that paralyzes you. What if a joke became a national crisis? The medical mystery that sounds like a joke, but was a terrifying reality, the Tanganyika laughter epidemic of 1962. This is the story of an inexplicable event where joy turned into a plague, forcing communities to shut down and baffling the medical world for decades. In 1962, in what was then the newly independent nation of Tanganyika, an unusual outbreak occurred that challenged everything doctors thought they knew about contagion. Our story begins in the remote village of Kashasha, at a small boarding school for girls. On January 30th, 1962, 3 schoolgirls started laughing. It seemed like innocent fun, but the laughter wouldn't stop. The emotional contagion was immediate and rapid. Within hours, 95 students out of 159 were laughing uncontrollably. This wasn't happiness. This was physical distress. The affliction went beyond mere giggling. Many of the girls experienced pain, fainting, breathing difficulties, and reported generalized physical distress and anxiety. The crisis quickly escalated, forcing authorities to take drastic action to contain the inexplicable wave of laughter. After weeks of disruption and the inability to teach, the Kashasha Girls Boarding School was forced to shut down in March 1962. But closing the school didn't stop it. The students returned home, and they carried the laughter with them to the surrounding villages of Nshamba and Bukoba. It was a contagious psychological echo. The epidemic lasted for months, flaring up sporadically, affecting hundreds of people across the region, causing multiple other school closures and disrupting daily life. When doctors finally arrived, they were faced with a situation unlike anything they had ever encountered in conventional medicine. Medical teams searched relentlessly for a cause. They tested for viruses, bacteria, and environmental toxins, hoping to find a biological trigger for the mass affliction. The results were clear. There was no pathogen, no environmental poison, and no physical explanation for the widespread, debilitating laughter. With all biological possibilities exhausted, the investigation turned to the most complicated organ in the human body, the mind. The leading theory became mass psychogenic illness, or mass hysteria, the rapid spread of behavioral or physical symptoms among a group of people without an organic cause. Experts believe the emotional pressure cooker of a rigid boarding school, combined with the underlying societal stress of recent independence, provided the perfect psychological environment for the outbreak to occur. The laughter acted like a psychological contagion, spreading not through a virus, but through suggestion, fear, and shared anxiety in a tightly knit community. The Tanganyika laughter epidemic remains a haunting reminder of the powerful connection between the mind and body. Even today, there is no definitive, single answer. We are left with a compelling case study on the mysterious and sometimes destructive power of collective emotion. The Tanganyika laughter epidemic reminds us that sometimes the greatest medical mysteries are not biological, but deeply human.